G'day guys, what's going on? Supro here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my round 19 review. I scored 2,500 exactly and I actually dropped in the ranks this week, which is a bit unfortunate. But it's all thanks to Zeeble, the bloody hero. You know, he can't even get into the side. It's so frustrating. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Silly for me for holding him for so long, but I thought he would actually play this week, but he didn't, so that's really annoying. Still managed to get a decent score, I guess, with Laird being out as well. But yeah, Zeeble, we bloody put him on the field. Could have got a couple more points if we had Chesser there. But yeah, I thought, they had sub Zeeble on. I didn't even think he was going to play because when I had a look at the team sheets, it said that he was managed. So I was like, oh yeah, great, he's not going to drop in price. I'll just trade him to Josh Kelly this week. But they subbed him on and I didn't see them that he was the sub, so bloody frustrating. Got 26, dropped about 52k. Now I can't even afford to get Kelly in. It's so frustrating. But yeah, I guess it's a lesson to be learned. If the player that you have is getting the sub status, then you're going to get rid of him, I guess. And yeah, I thought he'd go large because it was against St Kilda and that's like the best team to score against if you're a defender. But yeah, he got subbed on in the fourth quarter, so absolute stitch up. The only guys I can really afford in defence now is like, I was even looking at Whitfield, but yeah, he played pretty well, so probably should have just traded him in for the lockout. Would have been a better option, but I didn't think that Zeeble was actually playing this week, so it's really frustrating. Can't even get like a Alex Witherden, Aaron Hall, can't even afford him either. That's a bit of a stitch up. But yeah, none of these guys really interest me. Maybe Jeremy McGovern if he comes back, but other than that, it's just a real stitch up. Elliot Yeo, but or Jake Lloyd, it could be options as well, but it's not what I wanted it to be like. But anyway, Nick Dacos got 99, was getting the Willem Drew tag, so pretty silly if Port didn't tag him, but he still played pretty good, I guess, to score 99. Sicily went absolutely ballistic against the Tigers. That was the biggest choke of the year, by the way, by the Hawks. Don't know how the hell they managed to lose that game. But yeah, it's one of those things where you just hope that the team loses, but they always come back and win. In my case, I wanted the Tigers to lose, but they always win. And same with the Saints. I wanted them to lose against North, but that was never going to happen. Just for the top 8 to be good. But then yeah, Stewart, he was really good. 152, shocking game from us in the first half. But then we bounced back a bit, but couldn't get the job done. So that's a stitch up. But yeah, Tom Stewart, 152. I think he was in the midfield for a bit for some reason. Never seen that before, but because we were getting dominated at the clearance, so bit of a joke really. But Stewart in the midfield, but he did go really well, so that's awesome. Dawson went great as well. I don't think I watched the Adelaide game. Pretty close one, I believe. But no Laird. You would think that he would score a bit higher than that. 115 is great though, and then Sheasel was great with 126, one of his highest scores, I believe. West Coast this week, so that'll be interesting. I think that's his highest score for the season. Yeah, that's really good stuff from him. And then Zeeble, bloody frustrating to own him. And yeah, we got Bond 126, awesome. Merritt kind of underwhelming. Neil was pretty decent, and then Brayshaw was great as well. Walsh, I believe he did his hamstring. So frustrating. He was on 100, like this score, 109. He was on that at halftime, I believe. Then he got subbed off. Maybe he got a bit of scaling up as well. And I was actually joking about putting the VC on him. Kind of wish I did, but if he did play like the whole game, it would have been unreal. But just got to hope that he can come back because I don't have the trades to be able to trade him out. I think I'm just going to have to deal with Fielding Cunningham and hope that Laird comes back as well. But Day scored 90, so it doesn't look like we can trade him out. He's pretty good, considering I've got guys like Zeeble in my bloody team who are shocking, can't even get in the side. Miller, pretty poor week from him, to be honest. I don't know what happened there. Just a bit of an interesting game. Hopefully he can bounce back, but I have to have a look at the stats. Where is it? CBA's Gold Coast took. Oh yeah, he only had what? Oh no, he only had 46%. Bit lower. I think who was it? Flanders has been getting them. That's why he's been scoring so well. Just a bit of a joke, really, that Flanders is scoring so well. Probably would have been a better option than Took, but I think Took will come good soon, so not to be worried about that. Put Cunningham on the field, and then we VC'd English. He went great, so we took that 134. And then Marshall was good as well, but there was rumours that he was playing with the injury, so have to wait and see what happens with him this week, if he does pull through or not. Kind of hope that Walsh is alright, but haven't heard any news on it just yet, so maybe there is something out there that I've missed. But yeah, Dunkley was good. He was just throwing his body on the line. Pretty weird game of footy, that one, but 115 was great stuff from him. I didn't get to watch the Sydney game. I believe it was on about the same time as the Port game, so I was watching that one, so I didn't get to see how Goulden went, but Rosie was great. Taranto, bit upsetting. It's interesting to see him drop so much in price because he's normally around that 650k. Oh, did he ever get there? But yeah, he's been pretty good for the majority of the year, so a bit of a surprise. And Butters has been a letdown ever since I've traded him in. 101, not bad, but paying like nearly 600k for him, and he gives me this. It's really frustrating. And Cogs was really good, to be honest, which is awesome. But yeah, anyway, so I've got to get rid of Zeeble, I believe. Same, Walsh is a bit of a worry as well. We'll have to find out what's going on with him, just to see if we have to trade him out or not. But I really don't want to go down to 0 trades. So if Walsh is out for the rest of the season, I'll probably have to get rid of him and hold on to Zeeble, which is unfortunate because I really want to get rid of Zeeble. But let's just hope he can get games. But for the moment, I'm just going to trade him out because I can't be arsed dealing with him anymore. Steele went crazy, 160. Libba, he's just Mr. Consistent. He's the new Jack McRae. Just took his role. I don't know, basically. Seems like that anyway. He's just been so good this year. Kind of wish I bought him in. And Doherty, he's been great as well. Hewitt's probably one of those guys that I might just look to be my emergency trade for the last trade if I can't afford anyone. But the good thing about trading in Took last week was it gave me 102k in the bank, so that gives me some extra money for Zeeble because he's such a spud. But yeah, it's not really his fault. He can't get in the side, I guess. I thought they were managing him, but silly me. I shouldn't have held him as long as I did. But yeah, I'll be so pissed if he comes back into the team and scores 100 straight away and I've traded him out. But we'll have to just weigh up either if Walsh is going to be out for the rest of the year or not. But yeah, we'll just have a look. So I'll get rid of Zeeble, and I was looking at it, didn't have any options here. But after a little bit of checking, I think I can work something out. So I'll swing Day into the midfield, and then just put Butters put Day into the defence line, Butters into the midfield, and then leaves me with the forward option. So it actually works out just right for me. Just afford the guy that I want, Darcy Cameron. Thank God I can actually do this. 1k left over. Otherwise, I was looking at the defenders and the midfielders, wasn't many options that I would like to get into my side that I would actually consider to be a primo. But I think we could consider what's his name, Darcy Cameron to be a primo after this score. But he's got to keep it up, back it up, I guess. But yeah, Charlie Curnow went crazy with the 10 goals, I believe it was. I was like flirting with the idea of bringing in Jezza. But yeah, I think out of all the options I've got here, I think that what's his name? Darcy Cameron is the best option for me. I know Luke Jackson could be another shout with Darcy out for the rest of the year, so that could be an option as well. But I think I'll just go with Darcy Cameron because he seems to be in pretty good form at the moment. And yeah, with the worries about Marshall, I can always swing Cameron. So I've got that swing. I probably should have got onto this a bit earlier. But yeah, we'll bring in Darcy Cameron. But yeah, this would be what the side will look like if Walsh and Laird are actually good to play, but got a bad feeling about Walsh. Anyway, yeah, Hewitt, probably have to add him to the watch list just in case someone goes down for the rest of the year and we can't afford anyone. He might be a good option because Cripps was out. Good coverage option anyway. If you've got the trades, you could always bring in Hewitt. He'd be better than Cunningham easily. But yeah, so in terms of captaincy options, I think I'm going to go with, I was having a look before, I think the smart one would be VC on Bontempelli. Last time we got 164. That was this year. So where are they playing this time? Playing at Mars. Ballarat. He should absolutely tear it up. So definitely going to chuck the VC on Bont. And then English has got Briggs. So not really sure how he stacks up against Briggs. I'll have to have a look at past data if he's actually played against Briggs or not before. But I think the clear obvious one for the C is Sicily. 171 this week or last week. Absolutely ridiculous. Did not expect that. Got scaled down a bit because of the loss. And yeah, then they've got the Saints that are ranked 18th for defenders. So that's going to be, last time he did score the 172 against them. So I think it's pretty obvious Bont into Sicily this week. But yeah, other than that, how's our league going? Oh, that's embarrassing that I'm still on the top. Actually, I need everyone to push me out of the top 4 somehow. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully everyone's going pretty well. It's been a pretty rough year. But yeah, still some good matchups in the league. So it's good to see that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys go good this week. But yeah, cheers. See you later, guys.